We surveyed 847 women over the age of 50 and asked a simple question: which parts of a man's body they actually notice when looking at men over 60. The third answer on the list surprised even me. Before you assume it's about broad shoulders or chest size, pause for a moment and comment where you're watching from. The fourth body feature on this list is something 91% of men completely ignore, even though it quietly reveals how much care you take, often from across the room. Most men only realize this when it's already too late. I'm going to walk you through all 5 areas, explain why they matter more after 60, and show what women are truly paying attention to. The fifth point may seem obvious, but the real reason behind it can completely change how you think about your physical presence. This is why your body structure speaks volumes about who you are before you ever say a word. Body part number 5 is your posture. That means how your spine stays aligned throughout the day. It doesn't sound like a body part in the usual sense, but stay with me, because this is something women notice before they even focus on your face. 72% of the women we spoke to said posture reveals more about a man's lifestyle than overall fitness. When you're standing in line, stepping out of a car, or walking across a parking lot, women are quietly observing your entire structure. Are your shoulders slumping forward? Is your head drifting in front of your chest? Does your body look like it's folding inward? After 60, posture can decline rapidly if ignored. Women understand that aging is natural. They're not comparing you to a 25-year-old. Instead, they're asking a silent question. Is this man still engaged in life, or is he starting to withdraw? That's the message posture sends. It signals energy or surrender. You can see men with wide shoulders, strong arms, and impressive physiques who spend hours in the gym, yet move as if life has drained them. Their heads hang forward, upper backs round, and their presence quietly says, "I'm tired and done." Then there's the average man, maybe carrying some extra weight but standing upright. His chin stays level, chest open, and he moves like he still owns his space. Which one do you think gets a second glance? The difference in perception is massive. Women instinctively sense whether you're still alive and engaged or mentally and physically checked out. At 60, 65, or 70, you no longer hide behind youth. Your body speaks immediately. The good news? This has nothing to do with height or bone structure. It's a choice. Stand taller. Gently pull your shoulders back. Align your head with your spine. It seems simple, but most men underestimate how powerful this adjustment is. Next is something just as revealing and far more overlooked. Body part number 4 is your hands. Not their size or strength, but their condition. Your nails, skin, and basic grooming. Hands are often called the most honest body part because you can hide many things, but not them. Clothes can conceal weight. Hairstyles can disguise thinning. Accessories can enhance appearance. Hands are usually left untouched, and because of that, they tell the truth. After 60, aging shows in the hands faster than almost anywhere else. Veins become visible, skin texture changes, and spots appear. That's normal. What women are really noticing is whether you care about details or only what's obvious in the mirror. Hand care takes minutes. Trim nails, file edges, basic maintenance. Yet most men ignore it. Rough hands from work can be attractive. Calluses from lifting, building, or physical labor signal capability and activity. That's a positive sign. But neglected hands, uneven nails, cracked skin, and untouched cuticles send a different message. They suggest inattention. And if a man ignores something this visible, what else does he overlook? There's also a balance. Overly polished hands can signal insecurity. The ideal is simple: clean, trimmed, maintained, nothing excessive. Just proof you still manage yourself. At this stage of life, you already know details matter. Ignoring something women notice every time they shake your hand makes no sense. Body part number 3 is closely tied to energy. 84% of women rated it more important than muscle size. It's your neck and jawline. This isn't about looking young. Women understand aging. The goal isn't perfection, it's visible effort. After 60, fat collects under the chin, skin loses elasticity, and muscles weaken. That happens to everyone. The difference is whether a man fights it or surrenders to it. Women see that difference from across the room. There's a clear distinction between a jawline with shape and one that blends into the neck. We're not looking for youth. We're looking for discipline. Overall body fat matters here more than anywhere else. Losing 5 pounds can sharpen your jaw. 10 can restore definition. You don't need abs. You need a neck that hasn't disappeared. Strength training helps, especially movements that support posture. When your head aligns over your spine, your jawline returns. You already have an advantage. You understand discipline. Applying it here is simply wisdom in action. Change takes time, usually 3 to 6 months. That time will pass anyway. Now let's talk about something many men underestimate, but women notice constantly. Body part number 2 is your forearms. Yes, forearms. They're visible everywhere. Short sleeves, rolled cuffs, reaching, paying, opening doors. Women aren't admiring them for looks. They're reading capability. Strong forearms signal usefulness, competence, and practical strength. This instinct runs deep. Isolated gym exercises miss the point. Real forearm strength comes from real use. Carrying heavy bags, lifting objects, yard work, hanging from a bar. Grip strength builds presence. After 60, forearms respond exceptionally well. They rely on coordination more than hormones. Defined veins, not extreme, signal vitality and health. Women notice this far more than most men realize. Often, forearms draw more attention than a man's face. They silently tell a story about how engaged you are with life. Meanwhile, many men obsess over chest, abs, and biceps. They focus on mirror muscles and neglect what women actually see day to day. But the number one feature that reflects self-respect is also the easiest to miss: your eyes and your expression. This is where many men unconsciously shrink. Your eyes communicate intent, stability, and confidence. The shift begins when you change how you see yourself. Stand taller, walk with purpose, move like someone who belongs. Even if the destination isn't clear, the direction matters. When you enter a room, you're sending a message before you speak. That message says you have value. The idea that it's too late is false. This is the perfect stage to begin. You're not competing. Most people your age have stopped improving. That alone sets you apart. Begin with small changes. Lift your head, speak clearly, move deliberately. These aren't dramatic actions, but they send powerful signals. You still have something to offer. That deserves to be visible. Confidence isn't perfection, it's presence. Age is not the barrier, hesitation is. At this stage, experience is an advantage. Posture, hands, jawline, forearms, and expression reflect inner confidence. But there's one more factor women notice immediately: your voice, your pace, your volume. A steady, grounded voice signals authority. Not loud, not rushed, just present. Many men soften their voice over time, not from decline, but from habit. Women aren't drawn to aggression, they're drawn to presence. A calm voice that fills space without forcing it. That command signal completes the picture, and it can be adjusted starting today.